Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This fielded at the 2. Able to spin free. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Check, check. Hey, 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 hey.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On the bootleg, it's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Brissett, and he gives it to Funchess complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
First down, Indianapolis.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check.
Now it's Hines. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Rip right, rip right.
On 3rd down, Brissett. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37.
A gain of 15.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Come on, come on. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
First down, Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also move the sticks. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. 10 over. Pilot, 64, weak.
The Jaguars take over first and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
Watch QB drop. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Rock it. Check 99. Check 99. He's checking.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for Jaguars. First down.
30 base. Recon, 132 fighter.
5-yard line.
We got it. Whip. Fire. Check.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get it.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. 53's the mic. Look at me. Go. Snap.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Back. Clear. Slow.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Bring it. Check nickel. Protein spill. Hey, Charlie.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On the double. 58 to Mike. X3. 218. Chopper. We got this. Check. Hey. Ready.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, check.
80 weapons on the ball. Hard.
Hey, watch the ship. Wide. Get wide. 25, check.
Five. Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the safety creep. Ship. Kill.
Big grip.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
It's just me and you.
They begin the drive with Hines. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I'm going to hit you all.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
18, Gator. Hey, lock it.
Check 24.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Fournette running out of the gun. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
53.
Hey, Alpha.
I'm about to take you to school.
They'll try to throw forward with Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. This from 44 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Brissett. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. Funches has it complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
17 yards. And the Colts.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 36, Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Quincy Wilson with the INT. Trying to stick with Dez there, got too physical, pass interference.
I like your note there, so physical. Hard for any defender to cover Dez Bryant without drawing a pass interference call.
Fournette. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Topper! Hey, Haywood! Snap!
From the 17, Minshew. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
He's coming. We got double up.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Fournette, first down, still going. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert flare. Deuce. Check. Lucky. Mike, 53.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Push him back. Keep playing hard.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 30 on second down, Brissett. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking for Campbell. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the delay, here's Hines. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lambeau to add on the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Squeeze.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Ready?
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Check.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
SOS.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Minshew, that's out to his running back, Fournette. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. On the run, it's Fournette. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be fielded at the 8. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Go!
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Ready?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
General West. Go.
58, boys. 58. 58. Mike.
Now Minshew. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Hey, exit.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Complete to Bryant. 23 yards, the final tally.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. It'll be Minshew again. He's got his tight end O'Shaughnessy. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Switch down.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to them quickly and put the quarterback down.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. So we got man.
Bravo.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Yeah, let's get that ball.
Hard.
Watch out.
Gone.
Slam.
Here's Minshew. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
We're going to work.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
31-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. 10, touchdown. 3 butt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett going right side here, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
To throw, Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
17 yards. 1st down, Colts.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Come get some.
They go play action with Brissett. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the third quarter in Tampa. And the Falcons have moved out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw is Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Minshew sets to throw. Goes underneath O'Shaughnessy. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Protein spill.
Switch.
Hey, Echo. Ready?
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Brissett. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. the gun, Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Brissett on fourth down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
On the ground with a tight end. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Get ready.
Hey, Sam on.
Take 4.
Be trip.
On second down, here's Fournette. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming, baby.
Minshew throwing on third down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Set. Ready. 30 base.
53.
Leo. 2.
Fournette running right. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh.
Check. 53.
X3. 218 Chopper.
You better bring it.
Bam.
Now, you better
Hit it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Squeeze.
Now Fournette. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Colts pick it up. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Brissett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Brissett. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
We own them. Let's go.
Here's Gaskin. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 43.
Yes.
Hey, alert 3.
Peek it. Ready.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready. 18 Gator. Come on, look at me.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
36.
On the jet sweep, here's Westbrook. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he gets it to the Colts' 27-yard line.
That's good for another Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. This is Fournette, and an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal.
You go tight. You got
Leo.
Watch twist.
He'll get it up the middle. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jaguars, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.